good, y'all? What's up, man? Come on in. You already know exactly what time it is. We're back here to start some more game on the ground for Hungry House. We just got the pound and ready for the next round, man. Man, oh man, oh man. Did I see something earlier today that, when you really think about it, man, this type of stuff, it just kind of grinds your gears and it makes you wonder why. Why is this type of stuff the stuff that stays up? But we're going to get into that stuff in just a minute. You know, a lot of people like to sit around and complain about what they don't have. A lot of people like to sit around and complain about what they don't have. And if you want a reference to what I mean, watch the last video. You watch the last video and the last episode, I should say, that I made. And you'll understand because there's a lot of people who complain about not having a chance at a shot for the title in the UFC. You know, I mean, a lot of people are going to cry around anyways. But when you get together like a bunch of females when their husbands is overseas, you get together in your car, roll up the flower, whatever. And I'm talking to the ghetto kids out there. All you ghetto kids out there like to ride around and not do nothing. Not do nothing. Nothing. You like to sit around, you like to ride around. You don't got nothing going for yourself. You don't got no destination. You don't got no nothing. You don't got no real drive. You don't got no real passion. The only passion that y'all have is getting up on that flower that you're not even really buying. It's your mama's or your daddy's or your uncle's or your cousins or your aunties or your grannies. And you stealing it out their purse, out their room and stuff, stealing money from them, going to the gas station. You sit around and you think of all these different ways you can get up out the ghetto, right? But guess what? Not a single one of those ideas is ever acted upon. Not a single one of you ever even act upon those ideas. Uh, and the reason why I say that is because I used to be around people like that all the time. I used to have roommates like that all the time who would sit around and talk. Yeah, man, we gonna do this. We gonna get this job. We all gonna get jobs. We all gonna pool our money together. We're all gonna buy a house together. We're gonna get up out this ghetto. We're gonna really make it big one day in the industry. We're gonna be making music and doing all this other stuff. Guess where those people are at now? They're still at square one. They haven't even taken the first step. And that's where a lot of you are right now. A lot of y'all haven't even taken the first step to doing what you need to do to get up out the ghetto. Because in truth, a lot of y'all love to live in the ghetto because you have no responsibility. You have nothing to do. You don't have to work or nothing. You don't have to do anything like that. I got no idea what you mean by that. So this is what I'm gonna do right here. Uh, yeah, yeah. Look, you got a whole nother man as your profile picture. This is what we're gonna do right here. Block user, hide user. Get up on out of here. If you elaborate more on what you mean by that, otherwise I'm just gonna get you up on out of here. But yeah, man, all you people out there who aspire to do more, all you do is aspire. See, there's two components that comes to doing stuff like that. One, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do now since you want to sit around and act a fool. Boom. Bye bye. Bye bye. You sitting up there screaming from the bleachers, the top bleachers, all the way in the back. You want to sit here and scream out my name. Say my name. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. But there's two components that you need to get started on what it is that you want to do in life and get up out the ghetto. Number one, figure out what you want to do. Whether you got homies that you're going to do it with, make sure they're solid. Make sure they've been battle tested. Make sure they're really loyal. Number two, execute the plan that you come up with. Take the first step of action. Uh, somebody said, the first step is to doing something is to actually take the first step and do it. A lot of y'all just be stuck in the daydreaming part. because you want to sit here and manifest it to happen without no type of work being involved in it. That's why a lot of you kids are still in the ghetto. A lot of y'all still live in the hood. A lot of y'all still gotta live looking over your shoulder like this. A lot of y'all still gotta sleep with one eye open on your bed that's infested with cockroaches and bed bugs and all that other stuff. You got water leaking through your roof because your landlord don't care you in Section 8 housing. A lot of y'all just be stuck there on purpose because you're comfortable. Yeah, yeah. A lot of y'all be comfortable where you're at because you don't want to put in no real work. You don't. You're too scared you're gonna get burnt by a fire. And guess what? You're gonna get burnt by a fire no matter where you go. So yeah, man. That kind of correlates with what I'm about to talk about. Cause I just earlier today, I seen a short on YouTube. These two guys were running down this alleyway. I think it was behind a gas station and something else. I think it was a neighborhood. They were running away from something, and you could see up in the dark these other two figures walking. And the two figures that are behind them literally just boom, 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 open fire on these two dudes that are running. Now I don't know if it was more than likely some gang affiliation, some turf war bullcrap like that. Um, two dudes was running. Two dudes was running after them. You know, it looked like they were just at the gas station trying to get something, get some midnight snacks or something. And you see these other two dudes run out behind them and just let it go, just let it rip on them for like 15, 20 seconds straight. My problem with this is that this is what they want to show on social media. This is the type of stuff that they would rather us see. They don't want to see nobody helping each other, uplifting each other. They don't want to see no. They don't want to see the police officers getting involved with the communities the way they're supposed to. They don't want to see no good cop doing their job the way they're supposed to. They don't want to see no politician or governor or anybody like that engaging with the community and learning more about the people that live there like they supposed to. They don't want to see nobody helping the poor, the widow, the fatherless. They don't want to see none of that. Instead, they want to see somebody getting shot at. You can't make this stuff up. People wonder why social media is so twisted, so down, so backwards, so messed up. Is because they ban the positive stuff, but they don't ban the negative stuff. They would rather you see somebody getting shot at than see a poor person getting helped off the streets. They would rather you see somebody getting shot at than seeing a widow getting help with her son's needs, whether it be for school, clothes, shoes, food, the car note maybe. Uh, uh, you can't make this up, man. Look at this. Look at that, man. That is something else, ain't it? That is something else, ain't it? They don't want to see nobody going in the community and helping out the fatherless children, giving them some money, giving them some game on what to do and what not to do, how to act, how not to act. They don't want to see none of that, which is why they're trying to cancel Charleston White so bad, but that's a whole different topic. They would rather see people get shot at. They would rather see people losing their life because they stepped foot down the wrong street. Social media has become an outlet for negativity, has become an outlet for destruction, which is predicated upon the youth when you really think about it. Because who be on the internet all the time? Who be on social media all the time? Who be uploading stuff on social media? Who be scrolling on their feed all the time? The kids, right? The youth. Because parents these days would rather let social media and electronics raise their kids instead of them putting in the work and actually bonding with their children themselves and doing this. So they let social media raise their kids, and when their kids see that, their parents don't even know because they're always at work or they're always out with their friends or always out doing something else. Uh, yeah, they always out doing something else. They neglect their children on a personal level. They may provide food for them, water, clothes, school, a roof, a bed, whatever the case may be. But guess what? The one thing they don't provide is a real parent. Guess what the one thing they don't provide is? Guidance. These kids need guidance. And if they don't get the guidance from the parents that they're looking for, they're gonna go look for it somewhere else. And when they look for it somewhere else, that somewhere else will give them the wrong guidance. Which is why so many kids are out here crashing out. You see kids pulling up to schools with the pew pews and they let it off inside because they was getting bullied too much. The parents don't really care. They're, oh, you just making stuff up. Oh no. Yeah. And then the other parents don't even whoop the bully's kid. The bully's parents don't even whoop his kid for being a fool. Or they whoop their kid too much and they make him act out. Principals don't do nothing. Teachers don't do nothing. That's why so many kids in school crash out. Nobody is doing anything about nothing. Nobody is getting involved on a personal level the way they're supposed to with these children. And so these children, when they get raised on social media, they think, oh man, I gotta act gangster if I want to be one of the cool kids. Oh man, I gotta act gangster if I want to fit in with society. Oh man, I gotta walk around with a blicky if I want to be seen as cool and tough. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't what you're supposed to do. That is not what you are supposed to do. I've been around I've been around people like that before. Not very many, but I've been around people like that before. They end up going down the wrong road. They end up going down the wrong road in life. They get put behind bars. They get put in a hospital bed, or they get put in the ground permanently. That's where that life leads to. And that's what social media is raising up our kids to be. Unless you, the parents, take it back over, which you're not because you don't care. The reason why you don't know what's going on with your kids is because you don't care. The reason why you don't know, the reason why you don't know that your daughters are out here sending, skin pics, to every dude that she finds is cute on Snapchat, on Instagram, on Facebook, uh, is because you're not paying attention. You don't show enough interest in your children's lives, so they think, oh, well, I can do this and it'll be just fine. And then the minute that you find out, you act like you care, you act like you care when you really don't. All you do is take that kid's phone away. What's that going to do? All that's going to do is give them a reason to look for a way not to get caught the next time. They're still going to go back there and do it. What is taking away somebody's phone going to do to get them to realize this is not the way you're supposed to be? Nothing. Nothing. Don't do anything. The best thing that you can do to keep a kid from doing this is by getting involved in their life the way that you're supposed to as their parent, as their guardian, as their guidance. The best way to prevent your kids from crashing out is by getting involved in your children the way you're supposed to as a parent, as a guidance. If you ain't, then your kid gonna find it somewhere else, and that somewhere else ain't gonna raise them right. That somewhere else gonna raise them to be destructive. So take control of your kid's life and quit acting a fool. And with that being said, get up out my life.